Ongoing surveillance at McCarran International Airport that links up to the hotels, crackdowns on Fremont Street, metal detectors at hotels, UFO related stuff. This is the biggest list of rumors and crazy stuff and talk from the back end of the hotels and executives that we've ever had. Comes to us from a very trusted source here on the channel who's never been wrong in the past. They have an ear into what the back end workings are and what these properties are talking about. That's the topic of today's video. I'm re-recording this intro because I want to get it right. It's a long video. It's going to be almost 20 minutes long, but if you care about the city, if you want to hear some stuff that'll just blow your mind, make sure you watch this video as we start the intro right now. So the information I got yesterday is going to make your head spin. It's going to maybe upset you, but it comes from a trustworthy source who's never been wrong in the past. They have an ear into the back end of how these casinos are working. I can't tell you how, but thank you to this source who did a great job in the past during the pandemic when we had a lot of information on this channel coming directly from there. And I thank everybody who's given me tips. I'm going to read you a list of things. It's quite long. We're going to go over them and talk about the plausibility of them actually happening. This video might be a little bit longer, but this pertains to the future of the city of Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Strip, the casino industry, the markets, the crowd that's here right now that the casinos don't really like, and how they might be kind of combating those things. Also touching upon culinary unions, cleanliness of the hotels, the stance of the employees. There's a plethora of things here. How's it going, everybody? My name is Steven, and I am not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I hope you guys would like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for future notifications, and leave us a comment below. For example, do you think that there should be cameras at McCarran looking at the crowds coming in, trying to identify people who are coming into town who might be troublemakers? Yeah, that's on this list. So, yeah, that's a loaded question. I know. Should we be surveilling people more in Vegas? We'll just make it a little bit shorter. If you guys want to support us further, we have Patreon, we have channel memberships. We also have this shirt that Caroline said, "You're getting stared at when you're in the gym not wearing a mask." Maybe you should make a shirt, and that would be a good idea. So you can actually get the shirt. I'm going to put a link in the first comment of this video. It's pinned up there, also in the Show More box. And if you guys are wearing masks, because I noticed a lot of stores are still forcing masks, like Home Depots and stuff, or if you have to wear them for work or for school, or if you're traveling here and you have to wear one on an airplane or anywhere for that matter, you got to wear them. You can go to vegasfacemask.com. If you wear them for work, we do have these solid colors. And, of course, Caroline makes these and ships them out directly to you guys. It's vegasfacemask.com, no S at the end. And we have lots of different solid colors. I just put up a bunch of new patterns. And you know what? Once we're done with the patterns and the fabrics, we're done with them. So if there's one that you like and you've always been kind of holding out, vegasfacemask.com. And if you got to wear them, and they're going to make it, you don't know you got to wear them underneath your shirt. All right, commercial's over, but yeah, how do you like the shirt? Tell me in the comments below. I'm going to get a lot of comments, and they're going to be people calling me a sheep and stuff because I got vaccinated, and I'll wear a mask in front of the Bellagio or on Fremont Street because I don't want to get COVID after I've been vaccinated. But man, oh man, listen to me now. I got allergies already. All right, so man, let's get to the video. Shut up, Steven. Stop with the commercials already. I get it. So Resorts World, boardroom meetings. Man, Resorts World opens June 24th. These are all, again, right now, possibilities, not things that are going to necessarily happen. I don't know how many times I have to say this in this video before people a couple of months from now go back and go, see, I told you, you're dumb. Everything you said is a lie. These are just kind of like things that could happen if the powers that be have their way. Some of them are very extreme. Resorts World boardroom meeting. Man, the marketing, unusual. Right now, LVCVA is actually looking at, this is backed up by a recent news article, LVCVA is looking at different ways to market the city. They're trying to take bids on different marketing companies to come in and market the city. But we got unusual marketing put into Resorts World, obviously. But that says pay more for the biggest competitors is my next note. Resorts World might be paying more for the biggest competitors, headhunting, if you will, the head honchos of other companies to bring them there. I've also heard rumors that Resorts World might be trying to poach David Copperfield from the MGM Grand Resort. However, those rumors became less founded when I looked, because at the time there was no David Copperfield shows on past May. Well, he goes on for a month and then goes off for a month. So he is available in, I think, July or something like that. So you can buy the tickets. But at the time when we looked originally, when I heard this rumor, you couldn't buy Copperfield tickets in July, August, or September. So what are they going to put in the big showroom over at Resorts World? Nobody knows. They have all their headliners: Celine Dion, Luke Bryant, Carrie Underwood, Katy Perry, Zed, and Tiesto, but they have to actually have something that's a main headliner. Maybe it's Copperfield, but are they kind of corporate headhunting different companies out here saying we're going to destroy these companies, we're going to dominate Las Vegas? And that's like the talk apparently from the boardroom of Resorts World, according to these leaks that we've had. Again, look, these could be real, these could be just ideas these casinos or companies are having, but I do know the source, and the source gives me good information, so I do believe these talks have actually happened. Okay, ongoing surveillance at McCarran, this is the big one. This is the one that is going to flip you out and make you just your head spin. So casinos like Resorts World working with McCarran International to surveil people coming through the terminal who are in the arrivals terminal, identifying known troublemakers, and then notifying Metro Watch Command. We have something called the Watch Command. It goes from Sahara Avenue all the way down to Hacienda and over to Industrial and over to Paradise. It's like it forms a rectangle around the strip. It's specific to the strip. So informing Watch Command of the people who are here that could be troublemakers coming through McCarran. Now, that's not likely to really happen. There's a problem with surveillance in Vegas already, but, linking in downtown Fremont Street, because these casino executives are apparently flipped out right now about what's going on, not having any ideas about what's actually happening, and not liking the element that's in town. And the element is people that are coming in to just make trouble. They're just troublemakers, okay? And before you guys go and say something that's borderline racially offensive, troublemakers come in all shapes and sizes, from all backgrounds, all walks of life, and all colors and races. So I don't want to hear that stuff in the comments below, because it always kind of skewers towards that. I don't say it, but some of you guys do. Denying access to the hotels, linking up all the cameras. It's a scary idea, but it's definitely something that could happen. But it has also been tried in different areas around the world, like in northern China, for example. And this is not a political camera, but our political channel, but we're not going to get into those extreme aspects. But we have to be careful. It's a slippery slope. Now, the LVCVA is also apparently reducing the amount of ad spend on Vegas right now as they try to sort out what kind of market we're going to be having going forward. Meanwhile, I looked, and hotel prices are through the roof. I looked at a random weekend, June 11th through the 13th. It's not even a holiday weekend, and hotels are $400 for the Encore, $200 for the Treasure Islands. So the prices are going up. Maybe when the people who have the more money come into town, like the regular crowd that used to come here before the pandemic, and less people who are drive-ins, will have some more ads. But as I mentioned before, they're doing a new campaign. They're trying to hire some ad people. They're doing bids on who's going to be doing the advertising and marketing. So we'll see if that changes. Bad first impressions, though, are looking to be what could sink the city in the eyes of the public. So why run ads right now? That's what I've heard. That's what we are hearing from these leaks. The current crowd is not as much income producing as they would like. There's no high rollers coming back. We desperately need the high rollers, according to the casino executives. The high rollers are what power Las Vegas, get us through everything, and make big bets and spend big money on big shows and big dinners and big room rates. We need those people back. It comes down, and that I would say that's true. Okay, I gotta say that's definitely something a casino executive would say. When it comes down to it, it's the same sales, same sale. Sales never changes. If you go ahead and sell one thing for $1 million or a million things for $1, it's not really any different. So they're looking to get more money, more revenue per guest coming through the door, which kind of makes sense, I suppose. An all-time low for high rollers. Yep. Real estate boom for Nellis. This one is so crazy wacky, but as we listen, just don't shoot the messenger. And hit my mic, man. I'm nervous to say this one. I'm the messenger. As we get moving forward with this whole thing with UFOs, and I'm not going into whether I believe or I don't believe, because I'll lose half of you either way. It looks like there's a rumor, and possibly, that Nellis will be increasing staffing. It's not going to be exactly like huge high-level jobs, but they may be bringing more people in for the future as developments happen in this, and it's kind of nuts. Strange UFO stuff. I'm not going to go into it further. If you guys have comments, if you're passionate about that, leave a comment below. If you know something, if you're going to go with the Bob Lazarus type stuff, and I've seen the interviews, man, tell us what you think in the comments below. If you think the UFOs are out there, if you think Vegas will be at the center of that, that's the most like way out of left field on this entire list. But how's this? Hotel double standards with masks. So this is backed up by Twitter. I've read on threads on Twitter. There's a really good Twitter feeds for Las Vegas out there. Believe it or not, Twitter is not just where you go complain about politics and fight with people. There are some Las Vegas Twitter accounts like mine, not leaving LV as I believe my handle. People in the casinos are upset. The employees are not happy with things. They're looking at it like, hey, there's a double standard here. I'm vaccinated or I already had it. And so I have to wear a mask when I'm at my job because that's what most of the properties are doing, with the exception of the Wynn right now, who says that their employees who are vaccinated can go maskless. Meanwhile, you have everybody coming into the casino. They're asking them, are you vaccinated? Yes or no? Everybody's saying yes, of course. 65% of you aren't vaccinated. But you know what you're doing? You're letting them not wear a mask. Meanwhile, I have to wear a mask. It took down all the plexiglass, so there's a double standard. And the staff are basically starting to look at some of the tourists as almost adversarial because these people are coming in, they're being able to do whatever they want. Meanwhile, the employees are locked down wearing masks, have to do all the protocols, and they don't really care about the employees as much. In the eyes of the employees, the properties, that is, don't really care as much as they do with just getting as many people into a property as humanly possible for being able to go ahead and get as much money as they can out of the city right now. I guess from a corporate standpoint, you can't blame them. You're looking at it like, hey, we haven't made money in a year plus, so let's get as many people through the door as we can, but we still need the right people through the door. But hey, are you vaccinated? Oh, you are? Sure, we'll have a good time. 65% of people in this country are not vaccinated, which means that when you see them, there's a lot of people who are telling mistruths so they don't have to wear masks. That's too bad. If only they were wearing VegasFaceMask.com, the only two you'd ever need, they'd be more comfortable and they wouldn't have to worry about not being vaccinated. But anyways, unions versus hotels. What kind of protections are there for the actual union employees? Culinary is one of the biggest unions out here in the United States, for that matter. They're one of the most powerful, and in the past, they've come to blows, head-to-head blows with the actual casino properties who they have to work with. Culinary is constantly trying to, in their opinion, protect their workers and their employees. Now, the employees are looking at Culinary saying, "What are you doing for us?" So there could be trouble brewing in that regard. Culinary and the hotels have a very tenuous, kind of tense relationship right now, but over the last year especially, and we'll see if there's anything with that, because if the hotels start requiring back to business as usual and Culinary says, oh, it's not business as usual in our opinion, then we're going to have people coming to loggerheads, and it's not going to be a really good thing for you, the end user, the guest, because if you can't get the level of service, because Culinary is being very, very stubborn on all this, could diminish your experience in Las Vegas. So, what is this? Increase undercovers on Fremont Street. This is another one that I believe would definitely be happening. Increase undercover police surveillance on Fremont Street. Fremont Street experience, of course, is a giant free-for-all. I love it. I mean, I'm a big fan of Fremont Street. I think you should definitely go there. But there is a problem with crime. Somebody in my last live stream pointed out, they timestamped it. I didn't see it myself. I couldn't make it out. They said they saw somebody pickpocketing on Fremont Street. In the meantime, they want to put more undercover cops on Fremont. That might be a good idea. It might be good to sort out the riffraff and the people who are troublemakers there. Meanwhile, if you're going to Fremont, make sure everything's in your front pockets. Don't put your iPhone in your back pocket. You could walk out of Fremont Street without a phone. When you go to film that street performer, what the heck? Where's my phone? And then it just basically blows out your whole night. You lose your phone, you lose your life. That's what happens. Let's see, permanent metal detectors. This is something that could happen. The only hotel we could say off the top of our heads was Wynn. Okay, Wynn Hotel, maybe pushing for permanent metal detectors instead of just the wands. But the big logistical problem with this, of course, is how many people go through a hotel on any given day. Would you have lineups going outside of the hotel? Would that cause people to have delays coming in? If all of the hotels did this, what'll happen is one big hotel brand will do it, then all of them do it. If all of them did it, it would become the new normal and people would just tolerate it. But if only one does it and it's a failure, then that one is where they lose business. But Wynn and Encore already have people wanding you down when you go to the property at the front desk or the front check-in area or the front doors. And you have to do a bag check at that property too. They do this also at Cosmopolitan when it's busy and Planet Hollywood when it's busy. But permanent metal detectors, that could be a thing coming to Las Vegas. And what else do we have? Resorts World cherry picking. Yeah, that's it. So best corporate people, headhunters. That goes back to the very start. I wrote that note first and last for some reason. This list, if most of the stuff on here, if any of the stuff on here, is true, it would really change things in Vegas. If Resorts World is looking at the competition, like crush the competition, we're going to corporate headhunt and cherry pick the best people. If the LVCVA is holding off and has a new ad campaign coming, if they do install metal detectors somewhere on down at the Wynn and it spreads out to the hotels, if we can clean up the city, it's going to be an interesting time coming ahead, because what this all is, This is just reactionary to what's happening in the last little while. The Metro is reacting with Operation Persistent Presence. You'll see all the police presence on the strip. But right now we have an image problem. I've talked about it on the channel before. This is a big list of things, and we're going to wait and see what actually comes out of this. We do know the high rollers are not here. I'd say, like I said, this source has told me things in the past that have been true. I don't know how much of this is going to be come to fruition type true, but man, it's interesting. What do you think about this list? What was the craziest thing that you heard on it? And what do you think about the future of Las Vegas? Leave us a comment below on that. And once again, this video is me. I am Steven, and I am not leaving Las Vegas. I just looked. This is one of the longest videos I've done in a long time, but hopefully you guys get to this end of this video, and you guys know that I'm wearing this really cool hat from Shoutouts St. Mary's Hockey, and it says Rooster 2021 on the side of it right here. And this was sent to me with another hat that I have behind me, and I appreciate you guys sending me everything. I did an unboxing of this. I'll put on the channel sometime this week. It's an unboxing video. I've never done one proper before. I had like 3 different boxes of things. I mean, I got a lot of cool stuff in there. I got like old-fashioned, old-school patches from Nevada Landing, which is a really old place. I got old matchbooks and stuff like that, a bunch of hockey stuff. I got a bunch of old Vegas stuff in there, so stay tuned to the channel, subscribe to the channel for that. If you guys want to support us further, Patreon channel memberships, also VegasFaceMask.com. If you guys want to get one of these shirts, you guys can do that in the link below, because you could actually write your lot number in it. You get a lot number on your vaccination card. It's Caroline's idea, but I'm happy to facilitate and take a shot, right? Hey, look, even if you're not, I'm not suggesting you would buy these and wear these, but this would be a fun novelty item for the time that we live in. It's at least, I guess. I don't know. You get something for supporting the channel. That's the type of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. That's my video. I'm sticking to it. So we got to run. We got to roll. There's a lot of stuff here. 3, 2, 1, and thanks for watching. Click.